That's the kind of strike that's going to make them come back every day of the week. Sitting at 8 under in a share of second spot.
Oh, this one could be rinsed.
Oh, come on. This would be a good one to hole. A chip for the tournament. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Well, moments don't get much bigger than this. A must-make putt if they want extra holes. Well, I didn't see it coming, Rich, but this one's going to a playoff. Here we go, Rich. It's time for some playoff action.
Cannot wait. Was not ready to go away yet. Loving the action.
Well, it's going to take sudden death to decide this title. Let's go, Rich.
Oh, let's get into this. I can't wait.
That's a big drive. Well, this is exciting, Rich. This looks gettable.
Nobody wants to see this player lay up. Time to be bold.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Using the big muscles to get it home in two there.
This is always a good moment. A putt to win the tournament.
Fantastic play so far, setting this up for the eagle.
This one looking really good.
They could win the Norwood Invitational here with this putt. Good looking putt. Oh, that is so cool. What a moment at exactly the right time.
It took him a little longer than usual, but what a way to win this one, Luke. Amazing putt.
Well, how about that, Rich? There is your champion.
And it only took one hole for this player to get the win. Luke, great job.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the hardworking people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Zurich Classic of New Orleans is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with his playing partner this week.
Yeah, so this week their goal is to beat Jon Rahm. Henny, that is by no means an easy feat.
No, if Jon Rahm is fired up, sparks could fly, you want to be out of the way, and he's just going to go straight through like a Spanish ball.
Yes, he's fire and brimstone, isn't he, Jon Rahm? All the Americans couldn't beat him in a Ryder Cup. This player, well, it's an ambitious rivalry to say the least.
That dog will hunt.
TPC Louisiana is a very interesting golf course, mate, on some pretty flat land, Rich.
Absolutely, and this hole shows you exactly what to expect. Second shot to a very tiny green. Tiny greens dotting this entire layout. Hit one close here, and you can expect to make a birdie.
Going with the pitching wedge here. That's a good-looking shot there. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's staring down 23 feet here.
That was a gallant attempt. An opportunity to make their par. Ouch, that hurts. Facing early adversity there after opening up with a bogey.
Not what they're looking for. A little nervy out there so far. Eight days a week, that rhythm works.
Well, this is some lovely momentum to take into the tournament, coming off a last start win, Rich.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the players firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
And here we are with the third shot. Oh, well played. Oh, a 9-foot chance here. This one has eyes for the hole. It was on a good line. And that should secure the par on this one. Currently at +1 for the tournament. The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it, as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
controlled the flight there nicely with that wind.
Jon Rahm getting ready for his next shot. Let's get back to it, shall we? Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
And that will drop in for birdie. So after that hole, he's now up to even with the card.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the fourth hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number one, because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. And this one will be for bogey. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Well, good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green. And after that effort, that's how it looks. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Rich, the fifth is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction. So driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number one, because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. Nicely done. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
From around 180 yards out.
Wind is going straight at his back.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
The wind is at their back on this one.
That's not what they were looking for.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
This is a must-make, guys. They've got this for bogey.
Then down she goes. Patrick Cantlay is at the top of the leaderboard with a one-stroke lead. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5's a lovely hole.
There are two menacing bunkers on this hole. The far one, the one right in the middle of the fairway, it looks like a zit from the back tee box. That is not the place to be.
Rich, New Orleans, or should I say New Orleans. How good is it here to be on the bayou? This is a special week. It's a great eating week and a real festival atmosphere.
It is, and it's hosted on a golf course that provides plenty of fireworks as well. What a cool design this is. It's wide open off the tee, but then the greens are minuscule in size, and they have these little runoff areas where it doesn't look like you're going to be in much trouble, but you start missing a couple of greens in a row, and you start getting these head scratching. Well, do I bump it in there? Do I flop it on the green? Do I take it low, high, medium, bump it into the... I mean, you have so many different ways of playing shots around these greens that you can outthink yourself. And I think that's what happens with a lot of these players, is that usually you have one option when you miss the green. Here, you got a whole lot of them. So this golf course grabs your attention, especially around the greens, which makes it quite difficult for a lot of these players.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
They've got this to get into a tie with Rahm.
Well, what a way to bounce back. Nice putt to hole. Patrick Cantlay currently in the lead. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot. If you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, you're not going to have much more than a flip sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
A great shot here at the 8th, and a chance for birdie. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row. This is looking solid, what they wanted.
Well played.
Kinda like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Patrick Cantlay is atop the leaderboard with a 2-stroke lead. The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
This one needs to kick left. And he's safely on the green. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Had a big eagle on the last hole.
And back to the play, shall we? Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Putting for par. Yeah, we'll take that. Patrick Cantlay's heading the field in this one. The back nine begins with a shortish par 4, Rich. A chance to make a birdie out of the gate.
Yes, it is. Drives want to be favored down the left-hand side as there's some nasty bunkers over there on the right. This green is a dippity-do, I would say. It starts off high, low in the middle, and comes up high in the end.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
And from about 105 yards...
choosing the 9-iron here. Oh, this would be handy if it could bounce right. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can two-putt that for sure. What's in front of them, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Oh, get in. And down she goes from outside the range. And that will take him to 1 under. And Patrick Cantlay, currently our leader. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're throwing it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
I might need to get a lesson of you. That was well played. Quality shot, that one. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt.
This for a birdie run.
Hey, nice looking line. And that's the kind of fighting spirit that keeps a good round going.
And that'll put a little pep in your step, up and down from the bunker, in for the birdie. Good job.
Well, the 12th is certainly one of the stronger holes on the back nine. This par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
You want to try and hug the left-hand side as best you can to shorten up the hole as much as you can, but still avoid that bunker if at all possible. Second shot, the green up there sits a little bit caddy cornered to the players, so working the golf ball in there for left to right for your second shot would be the play.
Going with the 5-iron here.
Not a huge surprise missing the green here. That lie was awful.
Let's catch up with Jon Rahm. Well, that's wonderfully played out of the sand. A couple under at this stage, just on the fringe of the top 10. Big par saver coming up for this fella. Kate, steady now. Putting for bogey. Patrick Cantlay finds himself 2 shots clear at the top of the field. Rich, the 13th is a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off. Hello and welcome back to the Zurich Classic of New Orleans. We're picking up the action at the 13th. Oh, I could watch that swing all day. That's beautiful. From about 100 yards.
Next shot straight back into the teeth of the wind.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
Just didn't drop. Just 3 feet to the cup. Not a bad line, this. Patrick Cantlay currently in the lead. Well, for all the opportunities 13 provides you, you don't get too many here at the par 3 14th. It's a beast.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with a tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity. As easy of a birdie opportunity as the 13th was, 14, yeah, not so much here. Even though the green is quite large in size, it's difficult to hit with a long iron.
Oh, terrific. What an effort. And he dances his way to the top 10 after that delightful shot. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Patrick Cantlay finds himself 1 shot clear at the top of the leaderboard. The 15th is certainly no cakewalk either, a par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
This is the time where you need to have the best drive of the day. Take it out to the right, avoid the bunkers down the left-hand side. And the green, once again, it's got some movement into high spot in the front, a low area, and then a high area in the back. When the pin's all the way back, good luck making 4.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
Well struck. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Get excited. This could go in. Still in contention here. 3 strokes off the lead as we approach the finish line.
And just a few holes remaining. Let's see what they can produce.
Well, as we approach the final holes here at TPC Louisiana, the short par 4 16, Rich, it's a good one, but also a challenging one.
Only the brave will take driver out on this short hole. Long irons, hybrids, fairway woods down the left-hand side is just fine.
Needs to make a move soon. Second shot here on the 16th. You liked that, didn't you? Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, what a shot that was. Making the difficult look very easy. Putting for birdie.
If this putt drops, they'll pull in front of Rahm. This group is heating up.
That's frustrating. Good putters will make these right on 5 feet.
This is what they have left for a par.
And as we check the standings, Lexi Thompson currently holds top spot. If you ought to win at TPC Louisiana, you've got to hit a couple of very important shots late. The tee shot here at 17, Rich, is one of them.
A tee shot that no player likes to face. Water all the way down the left-hand side. The bailout zone out to the right falls away from the green. No fun whatsoever.
That's tidy. And this putt to move into the top 10. Oh, I like the look of this. Now that's a good putt to hole any day of the week. And that will take him to 3 under. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The closing hole at TPC Louisiana has water all the way down the right, Rich, but that's not its only issue.
Bailing out to the left, you'll find some menacing bunkers that you want no part of. However, if you find the fairway, going for it in 2 will be very tempting.
Atta boy, good shot.
Nicely done.
Getting ready to play their third. Currently 4 shots off the pace. And this putt to move into a tie for third. Oh, so close. And this putt for a final score of 69. And that brings to an end his event. Top 10, Rich, not to be sneezed at.
No, top 10s are always good. Top 10s are always good, Luke. It gives you some confidence going into the next tournament.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Wells Fargo Championship is about to begin. Welcome to Quail Hollow Club. I'm Luke Elvey with my mate Rich Beam in the booth. And Rich, this golf course really smacks you in the face straight out of the gates, doesn't it?
512 yards, par 4. Thank you very little. Dogleg to the right, bunkers down the left-hand side. Only reserved for the long hitters, but the second shot to a very narrow green that sits down below the player. It's a very difficult opening hole. You make 4 here, you're pretty happy.
It's all set up to be a beauty. Let's head out to the action. Playing this shot from the sand. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Time now for the 4th shot. Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have.
Such soft hands.
Next up is this 2-shot hole.
Wow, I didn't even know they had this power. Great drive.
Playing this shot from about 180 yards. Opting for the 6-iron. A quality shot, that. Well, there's action aplenty all over the course. Let's have a look at this highlight from another player. No one shapes a shot better than Bubba Watson. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.